Hi, once again, it's Solution Ghana and it's Vocal Brown, and I bet you're going to be excited about this one. We are on investing in Ghana, and I tell you today we are talking about what it means to take advantage of the soils in our land to produce things, especially that has to do with cosmetics and how to scale it up to the international level. We need to get into the details to understand what it means, the procedure, the processes, the challenges that could be in the path. And today we have just the right person to help us do this. She is in the name of Gladys Kobna, a very prolific entrepreneurial personality who actually owns Sheena Naturals in Ghana. And this is a brand that is doing so well, so well on the international market. And I'm so glad to have her in the studios. You're so welcome, Sheena. Sheena Naturals. You see, I'm calling you Sheena. Sheena.
Yes.
Your name is Kobna,
Yes.
actually, yeah. But so we got to get a bit personal with her, and also to understand what it means, as I said earlier, to scale up from the beginning stages of business, taking advantage of the Ghanaian soil and the products, the farming products, the trees and what have you, into cosmetic products. What has been the journey with her so far, and what lessons can we learn? You're so welcome once again. And so let's start with a little bit about yourself. Yeah, Sheena Naturals.
Yeah. My name is Gladys Kobna, but people call me Sheena because of
You
the
see?
brand.
Yeah.
We're a natural cosmetic brand. We've been in the system for about 7 years. So that's been our journey, our
7 years, and you've been doing so well, actually.
Yes.
You must have been a fighter on the ground.
I was. We started very small. In fact, we just turned 7, and I remember we started selling our products without labels.
Okay.
We took advantage of WhatsApp status and Instagram. Started selling without labels, and now we can actually exhibit on the international market.
Wow.
Quite an achievement.
Wow. Yeah. Quite an achievement. So tell me, these 7 years, what have you been busy about, especially the first year? What is it like to, start a business? How are you feeling about it? What were the strategies?
So I actually started my own business. I used to work in a bank. But I had kids and I had to, take care of the kids at home. So I'm like, how do I bring in income whilst, also taking care of my family? So I've always been a creative. I've always liked skincare, natural stuff. So I started researching on how to make products. I have an agricultural science background. I went to Legon and graduated with BSc agriculture. And then I have a business master's. So I'm like, how do I fuse business and agriculture? Okay, we have shea butter in Ghana. How do I add value to our shea butter? So that's when the creative ideas started, and we just started.
Wow. You were having these ideas in Accra. You were having these ideas in Accra.
Yes, in Accra.
You were thinking about shea butter in Accra.
Yes.
Accra doesn't produce shea butter.
No, it doesn't.
So what did you have to do?
So
you traveled all the way to the north?
Yes. So we get our shea butter from the north. I mean, it was a try and error. We had Boko, we had Tamale. There are so many other towns that produce shea butter before we decided to stick to one because of the traceability, studies and all that involved.
Didn't you think that market was getting a bit choked? Didn't you think that?
7 years ago, that's why I took advantage of it. We're about 4 on social media.
Wow.
It wasn't that popular. So shea butter was quite cheap. Cocoa butter was quite cheap. Now I can't say that, but then back then it was easy to enter. But now I feel like the market is quite saturated.
Okay, but you're still doing well in the market. Quite a number of questions I want to ask, but I know that currently the challenge when it comes to exportation is the fact that we're having increased tariffs, especially when it comes to the US and all that. In any case, which countries do you export to aside from the local market?
So for now, we focused on Lebanon.
Okay.
So even though we have Sheena Naturals in Ghana, we have Sheena Lebanon.
Okay.
But aside that, we do individual exports. Every time your product goes out of your country is an export, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have clients in America, we have clients in the UK that we ship to via the courier services, either DHL, FedEx, but for bulk, it's always been Lebanon.
Okay.
That we're testing the market.
Okay. Okay. Observing the means through which you send through to UK and these other countries, doesn't it make it expensive by the time you're adding the
It is. The challenges are a lot, transportation, and when it gets there, some of these countries you have to pay duty on the product, So it's not easy. As I said, we started 7 years ago. It's been a long journey. In fact, I didn't even dream when I started that I'll be shipping my product outside the country, but the need has come that we have to, export outside to at least bring in some international forex for the country. So yeah.
How capital intensive is this business?
If you have your bulk cash, I think it's easy for you.
Did you have your bulk cash?
No, I didn't.
You're working in the bank.
No, but I stopped.
Salary must assume that
you
saved a lot.
I didn't have any bulk cash. So this business, you mostly have to rely on personal savings or family to support. And you reinvest every sale you get, you have to reinvest in something. So literally we started from scratch. That is Sheena Naturals. We started from scratch, started without labels, we had a whole rebrand after 3 years. So you have to invest. If you want to meet international standards, you have to invest in your packaging and your branding. So that's what we did along the years. So yes, it's quite capital intensive.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, we don't mean to scare those who want to start small, right?
Not at all.
So for the young entrepreneur out there who also wants to get into this kind of business, they must be encouraged to know that probably you don't need $1 million
No,
to
not
start.
at all. Whatever I said, I had nothing. Like wherever you are, if the idea comes to you, I'm a bit religious too. Like if the inspiration comes from God, then do this. Just start. Just have the faith that it will get somewhere. I like Dangote a lot. He says what? You have to dream big and start small, but always dream big. So you can start with whatever you have. Gradually you can get funding. There are some organizations that give grants, especially for the youth. You can go for loans, but loans that have good interest, not bad loans that you are now in debt. So you can start. It's possible. You can also partner with other people. You can collaborate with other government institutions like the NBSSI. So at first it was NBSSI, but now it's GEA, which is Ghana Enterprise Association.
Okay.
So it's like a government association or board for small scale entrepreneurs like us who need support.
Okay.
In fact, when I joined NBSSI, with the FDA registration you have to pay, they actually supported me registering some of my products, at least one product. So you can join them, just pay a small fee. Other organizations like GEPA, also has helped with the training and facilitating the spaces for us to exhibit our products outside Ghana. So yes.
Well, you're giving quite a number of people some support today. You got to pay consultation fees for some of the, to know where to go and all that.
Right.
But we appreciate you for that.
Why not? Let's share the knowledge.
Yes. But talking about your products, how many products are you into currently?
I have quite a number.
And what makes them unique? Because if it's all shea butter or something different?
Yes, it's
something more.
It's the giftings, okay? Someone might have shea butter, the next person might have shea butter, but it will still be different because I add other Ghanaian ingredients, okay? So our focus was authentic Ghanaian ingredients, natural Ghanaian ingredients. So I have a body scrub that has hibiscus in there. So it's a hibiscus and sugar, which is amazing for the skin. It's anti-aging. Actually, hibiscus is known in the cosmetic world as a natural Botox. So we have that, and it's rich in vitamins. You can drink it, that means you can put it on the skin. That is my belief. If we can ingest it, you can put it on our skin. And our butters has cocoa butter, other
good oils in there.
Wow.
So it's authentic, it's natural, and it will help you glow like nature.
So you did a lot of research, and the inspiration also came by it.
Yeah.
Did you feel in some of the experiments trying to come up
Oh
with
yes, there are times you try batches. So when I started learning, you feel like, okay, you have this calculation right. You do the product and everything is messed up. As in Ghanaian language, we say "Sikash," because you can't go back. So it's been a try and error. With just recently we got back from Algeria. The first time it was new, and we couldn't really adjust. But the second time we went there and we knew, okay, we have to get our French right. We have to put
the
the
Arabic language on the product. So I didn't have to talk much. They would just take the product, read it, and it's gone. But before, I didn't have that. I just went there, So you have to consistently do your research. For every country you target, you should know their language, what they like, their colors. I remember we went to China one time, and I mean, people were coming to my stand all right. But the day I wore red, they literally flooded my stand.
Oh,
Apparently, their favorite color is red.
Yes.
So you have to do
these are the little things.
Little things.
Strategic.
You have to exactly.
Wow.
You have to pay attention to detail. Not because somebody has started shea butter, so means I'm doing shea butter. You will quit. 7 years means you have the passion there,
yes.
And you should know why you started. Are you starting for the money, or you're creating a brand that is going to create impact for the next generation? So if you're just doing it for the money, you might as well just work anywhere, But is it for impact? Is it a passion you have for the product or for selling? So yes.
Well, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
The more you talk, the more I believe that quite some intelligence also goes into this. Because we're talking about research and combined with the natural talent that anybody would have to want to get into some of these things. What has been the advantage going to school? Because you have just told us that you've been in the tertiary field, you can have your master's. What advantage has that been? Has that given you? Did it give you some leverage?
Oh, it did give me a leverage. In fact, when I was studying agricultural science, I was a student that didn't want to go to the farm. They used to laugh at me. They used to call me Honam Sardine because I didn't want to go under the sun and be reading. Even though I love agricultural science, but I learned a lot.
Wow.
So that agric background, we have oils that we infuse with herbs. We have our hair growth butter, which is amazing. But it's with herbs, and these are herbs that I've known of, years back. And I believe the MBA to help me establish the business. I know what to do, what not to do, So yes, it has given me a leverage. So please take your education very, very seriously.
You heard that.
See, I go to Algeria, I'm speaking French. I learned French, way back in high school. But if you tell me bonjour, ça va, c'est combien, I can understand.
Oh, my friend teacher, sorry, I will give you a call. Give you a call.
Now we're going to learn Arabic. Arabic we're not taught, but yes, if you want to go global or cosmopolitan, you have to learn whatever country you are going to, whatever language they are like. As I said, the China, the red was a hit. Yes. If I knew every day I wear red. Wow! So education is really important, guys. Don't take it for granted.
Wow. Thank you so much for that input. Now I wanted us to get a bit into the mindset that wants to succeed. The grit, the mentality, because I'm hearing you and I see that, okay, somebody just enters into a virgin field, decides I'm going to Libya, decides I'm going to Lebanon. Who would even think about Lebanon in the first place? When you think about Lebanon, someone thinking about gunshots and things like that. That strength of mind, I believe that a lot of people lack that. They might have the talent, but they also need that mental posture. What would you say? How did you overcome the fears and all that? What was going inside you, knowing that you're into something new and you are not too sure the outcome?
So, as I said, I can't be a bit religious. So in the Bible it says so many times that fear not. But of course you would have underlining events that have happened that will make you timid a bit. I mean, I used to be a bit timid. I used to be very reserved. I'm still reserved, but I'm more confident in myself now. You know, so the confidence plays a role. You have to work on your confidence, and you should take risks. Not silly risks, but good risks.
Calculated risk.
Yes, calculated risk.
Wow.
So always take the risk. You never know what might come out of it. You
So
know?
I can imagine you getting out of bed and saying your prayers and imagining how the day is going to go.
So it says what? The steps of the righteous are always ordered by God.
The Lord. Yeah.
So you don't know what the day has, but once you commit yourself initially, things will just fall in place.
You pick on your faith.
Definitely.
And confidence.
So the faith, regardless of the religion, you can be a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist. Your faith in your Creator helps a lot.
Oh my! I feel like worshiping this moment. To breathe in some spirit. Yeah, but that's quite exciting. Maybe there's a little bias of me when it comes to these matters because I'm also quite religious. Yes, but I don't want to make it all.
Of course, of course.
Yes,
we are not perfect, but knowing that you have a Creator in charge, that's very important.
Oh my. That's very important. Yeah. So we are looking at and observing the secrets behind somebody's success. I've always maintained that if you see somebody succeeding, you must know that there's something spiritual underneath, whether negative or positive. You can't be neutral. No. You need to be calm somewhere, actually.
Be a higher force backing you.
Backing you. That is it. So you want to tell me that there's funding available, right?
Yes, there is.
Now, people don't tend to believe this. It's more like, funding, but Charlie, I go left, right, I go to the banks, I go. So there's somewhere specific that you ought to go to if you're into the naturals.
So there are other international organizations here. I feel like they support more when it comes to funding. An example would be the GIZ. Yes. There are also other organizations like the AFTA, AfriExim. AfriExim doesn't give money to individuals, but rather like group projects and stuff. So that's when the collaboration comes in, because most times in Ghana, everybody wants to do everything on their own. But if you want to bring in the large sum, you have to collaborate with somebody. You have to partner with somebody. You can go to the banks. Now the banks are being competitive. When it comes to, I don't want to mention any bank because this is not free. But there are some banks that are now focusing on small scale businesses.
Wow.
So yes, because the money will come in daily. The thing about small scale is the money keeps coming consistently, because I mean, you don't produce large volumes, so you can track your sales and everything. But if you want large funding, you have to make sure your documentations are
I was just going to get to that. What
please,
do you need to do?
Yes. Funding is competitive. Imagine the number of entrepreneurs all needing this amount. It's very competitive. So you should make sure your books are, correct. Your documentation, everything, you should be correct.
When you say your books, because in fact, with a little observation, especially in Africa, we don't like bookkeeping.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we just want to pick money from the pocket. Hey, I feel like buying this and buy it. Oh, I saw this on the street, and you forget about the pen and the paper.
We have to be. I don't know why they don't teach us in school. I wish finance was taught in schools. Every course, every department, how to grow your money, how to save, the basics of finance. We don't learn that, and now we come out of school and we have to, just learn. We just learn as we go.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, if it was ingrained at a younger stage, it becomes part and parcel of you. So you always write it down. You always keep your books right. So as you're saying, a lot of us, I've fallen short before, so now I understand the importance of tracking every sale. What you're producing, what you're selling. Yes, everything has to be tracked.
Talking about that in the light of discipline, people start, they get the capital, they even go for a loan, but then other things are calling. My mother is sick, my father, its leg is broken, I need to change my car engine.
It's ridiculous.
What did you do to maintain that discipline? so that you don't get to eating your, how do we call it?
All the
yeah,
money, yeah?
yeah, chopping your capital and investment.
So, as I said, when it comes to small scale, you sell individually. Unless a company orders in bulk, then you have your bulk money, you know. So you usually have to write down what you have to do every time. Okay, maybe every month I have to buy so and so amount of bottles, ingredients, you know, to reinvest in the business. So when the money comes, the first thing is to just do it. Because if you say, oh, let me keep the money in the account small, before you know it, you are spending on unnecessary things, you know, and now you can't order your bottles anymore. So the first, when the money hits, don't even wait. Just transfer it into that. Some also advise that you have different accounts. You know, some accounts you don't touch at all, so that money will be in there purposefully for investment. So I think the hack is to just do what is necessary. Okay. You know, then the balance, you sort out other things.
Okay.
Yes.
Does personality play a role in the marketplace?
Yes. So my journey has been, it's been on and off. I mean, I've had to push my way through the business, family, relationships. So yeah, the personality is important. I found, like, even though I was doing my business after COVID, it went down. So I found myself working with insurance companies, you know. But I feel like it was God that directed me there to learn about sales and connecting. As I said, I used to be very to myself. Like, people close to me will know that, oh, she's fun and loving. But if you see me randomly, my head is down, I'm quiet. It's like I don't want to be bothered. Either I have my earphones, very conserved. But when you do insurance or you sell, when you're learning, you have to interact with people. You have to be nice. You have to smile. You have to talk. So you cannot make products and not know how to sell. If you say you are going to just depend on your workers, you'll be in trouble. So you, the workers, as a leader, the workers will actually follow what you do. You know, so they will emulate what you do. So if you are nice, you are engaging, they also learn that. But if you yourself, you don't know how to sell, how do you tell your sales rep to sell? So I think as a business owner, you have to learn a bit of everything. Initially, when I started, I became jack of all trades. I'm doing the production, I'm doing the labeling, I'm doing the containers, sourcing, website, everything. You have to learn a bit of everything, so that when you employ people to take over and they try to, you know that I
manage them.
No, I have an idea.
I've been here before.
Yes. So if he's not selling you, like, oh, are you doing this? Are you doing that? Maybe you should do this. You know, before you get to the big shots level, that you have to relax. But I feel like you should be involved in the growing process.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. What has been your, let me say, challenges that you should foresee to forestall in this kind of business?
Yes.
As a woman, did you have to compromise some standards? Did you have to, well, what would you say about that? Talking general about challenges.
So,
as a beautiful woman in this kind of business, must network here and there.
So I know I usually focus on the women, to be honest. But when I do have, I mean, you set your boundaries, you set your boundaries so that no one crosses it.
Okay.
If you want a product, make sure you're buying the product. You don't go
try to look for other products that are not on the market.
Yes, I understand when you're in sales and insurance and that, you are told maybe you have to meet the person consistently before they sign. No, I have the product, please. You want to buy it? So that has helped, and I like women, and women like me naturally. So I've never really had problems with women, and the men, I don't think I've had any problems selling to men. No, I keep it very professional, nice, and after that,
Do they appreciate your products, locals?
Yes, but I feel like outside they appreciate it more. Because in Ghana we're used to shea butter. Everybody knows shea butter. You go to the market, there's shea butter. So I think the advantage of exporting is if it's a new product, they are not used to it. So that intrigues them, oh, let me try it. And if it works for them, they'll stick to you and consistently buy.
Okay.
So yes, it's doing well here, but as you said, the market is saturated, so we have to explore other avenues. And to be honest, I go outside and I see how people appreciate, the feedback, and I'm like, wow, we have to keep going outside.
Wow. Wow.
So yes.
That should be an encouragement for somebody who might not be doing well on the local market.
Yeah.
You can switch environments and you'll be surprised
Definitely.
that people appreciate what
you
you
can
have.
even go to Togo. I was in Togo some time back and I saw big brands, some brands in Ghana selling really there. But you wouldn't think, oh, they are there, but they are there. People are making moves.
Yeah.
So think outside the box.
Get out of Accra, man.
Yes. And you can sell your culture. You can sell our natural resources. We are blessed with natural resources. So our authentic natural resources, you can export that. You can export our culture. Ghana is loved. No matter what you say, Ghana is loved everywhere.
Wow.
So yes, you can always look outside, go to these government institutions, ask them how they can help. They said closed mouths don't get fed. So ask the question. They said seek and ye shall find.
Wow.
So you have to, even though you have the idea, seek, be hungry for knowledge.
Did you hear that? Closed mouths don't get fed. You can't be conservative in business.
No. You can't be.
Wow. It's getting very interesting. And there are a few things I still want to churn out of you before I let you go. Let's talk about the quality control. Starting from, let's get practical. What are some of the things you need to look at if you want to attract the international market? What is the standard you need to meet?
So consistency and good management practices.
Okay.
Or good manufacturing practices.
Okay.
You'd have to, as I said, research again.
Okay.
Learn, keep your environment clean, traceability, because the international market...
It doesn't have to be an expensive environment, but it should be a clean one.
It should be a clean one. There are certain measurements where you place your production materials shouldn't be where you place your containers. Where you place your chemicals should be some meters away. You don't mix everything together. So there are good manufacturing practices that you have to learn. So depending on the product you're producing, if you can't go to school, we are blessed with the internet, go online. What are some of the good manufacturing practices I can do to meet the international?
Do you have to do that before you register? Will they
yes,
come and
with
inspect?
The FDA, yes, they will come and inspect. Before you get the FDA, they will come and inspect. So you have to label properly. So labeling is very important. Your branding, it has to meet international, because you're going into another country. They already have their product there, but why should they get yours? You have to be attractive and you have to stand out. And even if your product doesn't even stand out so much, your personality has to stand out. So you can start working on your personality, dropping old habits. If you want to attract new, you have to be new yourself. You can't use old tactics to get new clients. So you have to...
Your languaging, how you talk.
How you talk, how you relate to people. Even when people ask you questions, be nice. Respond nicely. Customer service is something we have to really take seriously in our country.
We take it for granted, actually.
Yes, I had the president.
We assume that we are okay.
Yes, the president spoke about it just recently, that it's like they are doing you a favor, but no, they're not doing you a favor. So yes, maintain your integrity, but show, nice. They are bringing you their money. The least you can do is to smile
be
and
nice.
respond and be nice to them. So yes, that and our pricing. One thing I've noticed, the CD, the devaluation of the CD also affects our pricing. One, we want to be affordable in the local market and also be competitive outside. So when the CD keeps going up and down, it affects us, especially because the cost of production goes high. Meanwhile, the purchasing power of the client is still the same. So pricing is very delicate when it comes to our business, but yes, we also want to be competitive outside. So
talking about pricing, in the light of the recent increase in implementing tariffs, Would you say that you're not exporting to USA yet, so you're out of that
So as I said,
box?
as an SME, one thing you have to look out for is the international certifications, and it's not cheap.
Okay.
It's not cheap. You need support for that.
Okay.
So you can't just get up and enter USA. You have to pay for the certifications. For EU, you have to pay for the certifications. I think that's why we really started focusing on Africa.
Okay.
So we've been to Tunisia, we've been to Egypt, we've been to Algeria, Ethiopia. We are focusing on Africa because we're still exporting. You understand? Yes. Why is it that we are in Africa, but we are always focusing out there? You understand? So if now as an SME, I can't afford the EU certification, I still want it. It's in my goal, it's in my plan to get it. But if I don't have the money, what do? I can go to Togo and sell. I can go to Cote d'Ivoire and sell. I can go to Burkina. I can go to Nigeria. Even Nigeria has high, to enter the market is also very high. But you can start small and start saving towards it. So you want the halal certification. Okay, that if you can't afford everything, you can go to these government institutions and ask them for support or help so that you can export out there. So for now, as I said, for the US, we do in small batches. We're not exporting big, like, maybe in a suitcase. We have a warehouse where we put it there. If you want some, they will send it to you. That kind of thing. Like, the fact that one method is not working doesn't mean you have to give up. Try another method. Okay, now I can't afford to ship in bulk, like 1,000 or 40,000 tons or whatever, but I can send at least 5 bags to the US. I know someone in the US, they can keep my products for me and then sell online so that the shipping is easy in the US. So maybe you cannot ship in bulk. You don't just cross your hand and say, hey, I'm not getting bulk purchase, so No.
Business is going down.
No. Think outside the box.
Think outside the box.
Yes, think outside
the box. My. Yes. Think outside the box, switch environments, travel somewhere. And then Burkina Faso is visa free now. You can just cross borders and go. Test
the market.
Yeah, test the market.
Yeah, be safe though, but test the market.
Oh my man, I feel like doing more business now.
It's exciting. It's challenging. That's why I said you have to change who you are, because it will take everything out of you.
And it will change you.
It will change you.
Yes.
Business will change you. The experience.
It will test your patience. Everything. Oh my.
But the wealth of knowledge you will have after, priceless.
Wow. I'm sure you are enjoying this conversation because a lot is coming out. And indeed, it is good to look up to those who are already ahead, who have experienced it all and are scaling up so that you get inspired for those of you who want to be entrepreneurial. And for the fact that you're having somebody who has gone off the mainstream traditional tie wearing, coat wearing business and taking advantage of her intellectual prowess and access into business, you can see that, hey, we can go so far if we can have a lot of Gladys Cobness around in the corners, doing so much. Yes. I'm sure that you would add your quota to the gross domestic product and boost the economy as well. I was going to call you Sheena.
People call me Sheena. In fact, now I'm okay.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That shows how strong your branding is coming up. Sheena Naturals.
Sheena, yes.
It's okay. Where do you operate from?
So we manufacture from North Kanishi, but we have our shop in Osu, Nyaniba.
Okay. Yes. Osu, Nyaniba. Yeah. So where exactly do we get you if we want to come to you?
So you can call us on 0242 946467. Visit our Instagram page, which is Sheena-Naturals. You can go on our website, sheenaworld.com. And yes, you can always reach out. We always connect with our prospects and already, people interested in the products already. Yeah, so.
I think it should be more into capacity building. If anybody wants to consult,
yes,
they can always call, right?
I've had a lot, even with white labeling and all that. I've had that, so it's something we're working towards. So consultancy, mentorship.
If you need help in any area.
Yes. So we also have the Big Sister Foundation, where for over the years, for 4 years, we've been giving out clothes to street girls.
Okay.
And so we're looking to now empower young women.
Okay.
So that's in the pipeline. Because as I said, I've trained
quite part of the capacity building we're talking about.
Capacity building. Yes. I can train ladies to make soaps, to make lotions and stuff. So it's something I'm trying to do. Okay. Aside the clothing and food and all that. Because if you give them food and you don't train them, you know, that means you have to always feed them. But you have to empower people so that they can also feed themselves.
Wow. So this is not just money-making venture. No. It is an impact-oriented one. Yeah. God bless you. Yeah, and expand your business to inspire others as well. Amen. You can also call Gladys Kobina for advice in this line. Yes. Well, it's been so nice. So I'm so grateful for you coming all the way from North Kaneshi. Yes. Do you have any final words for those out there who want to be inspired, if they are not already? What word would you give them?
Simple. Start where you are with what you have, and dream big, be disciplined and consistent. Quality. Always make sure you're coming out with quality products. Even if it's not bulk, let people know you for your high standards and your quality of your product. The only way you're going to sell internationally is if you have a quality product. You don't just do anything and just put it out there.
Wow. It's been so nice meeting you. So nice meeting you, and so educative, so much insight. And it's been Vocal Brand in the Solution Ghana. I'm sure you've learned a lot. Drop a comment. Get back to us if you have to ask any questions. If you want us to link you one way or the other, you have our platforms. Please do so. We are passionate about helping our youth out there, helping those who want to be entrepreneurial. And of course, together, we shall make our homeland Ghana the safe place we want it to be. God bless our homeland. God keep us safe and strong. At the same time, it's been Solution Ghana. Bye-bye.